Welcome again to Cloughies Golden Oldies as Brian Clough and ourselves look back on the pick of star soccer matches from yesteryear. This week it's December the 30th, 1978, a remarkable match from Old Trafford between Manchester United and West Bromwich Albion. Manchester United in those days managed by Dave Sexton, and Albion by an ambitious young manager called Ron Atkinson, who at the start of that year, 1978, had joined Albion from Little Cambridge United. It was also a year when you had a remarkable record here at Forest, Brian.
Which one was that? The 42 league games, yes. Undefeated. I don't think it'll ever be beaten, and most things are beaten in sport, obviously. Runners get faster, cricketers score quicker hundreds and that type of thing. But I don't think in the English League anybody will ever go 42 league games unbeaten again.
It's the sort of challenge that Ron Atkinson would love to have a go at, though, because he's an ambitious and...
He's had a go at it several times, Ron, and he's had a absolutely brilliant career. But I don't think Ron has got the sustaining power to do that type of thing.
In this match we're about to watch, it's everything he stands for, though. He loves attacking football.
I think he's absolutely brilliant with his approach to the game, obviously. I'm not sure if it's made of teams that win football leagues, the First Division Championship I'm talking about, but he's essential as part of the game, because when the doer guys come around like me and possibly, I daren't mention Ron Saunders because everybody will, you know, how Elizabeth has to watch Ron's photograph every night when she's naughty. But Ron is essential for this side of the game.
One of the stars of this show is Cyril Regis, who of course is now going to Wembley in the FA Cup final with Coventry.
Everybody's delighted for him. A lot of people think that Ron Atkinson signed him, but obviously he didn't. Ronnie Allen signed him. But he's stood his ground over the last 6, 7, 8, 9 years when a lot of people have written him off. And it's good for the game of football that Cyril Regis should come back into the limelight, be doing remarkably well, and I personally hope he scores at Wembley. He's a smashing lad and a smashing centre forward.
And a clear illustration of what Brian has just said as we move the clock back 9 years to Old Trafford on a cold December day, 45,000 people at the game, where the commentator is Gerald Sinstadt.
And the fact is that it's to an all-round team improvement that United will be looking after 2 successive 3-0 defeats over Christmas. And their defence will have Stuart Houston back today after injury kept him out of those defeats by Bolton and Liverpool. However, a hip injury means that Lou Macari sits this one out, and there's a chance in his place for David McCreary, who turned down the opportunity of a move to Middlesbrough a couple of weeks ago. Up front, leading scorer Jimmy Greenough is now fully recovered from the shin injury he sustained at Burnden Park 8 days ago. As for Albion, their adventurous style this season owes much to Laurie Cunningham, always a player of exciting potential, but now revealing his skills more consistently. The Albion team is the one that has won 4 matches in a row, during which this defence has conceded only 1 goal, a penalty. The midfield is very attack-minded, with Tony Brown's career total of 212 making him one of the 3 leading scorers currently in action in the league. And the front 3, they're all in form this season. Laurie Cunningham 10 goals, Ali Brown 8, Cyril Regis 11. It's an afternoon for the fans to keep close together, with the air temperature only just above freezing, but the pitch in remarkably good condition, taking the start, and no reason why we shouldn't see some excellent football. Mr. Glynn from Anglesey referees his first game at Old Trafford, although he's been a linesman here before. In fact, he ran the line in this very fixture 2 seasons ago. Albion kicking off in their usual strip, broad blue and white stripes, attacking the goal to our left. Mike Thomas, the new signing from Wrexham, playing the long one up towards Jimmy Greenough, gotten out to collect. Albion haven't won at Old Trafford in their last 17 games here. Ali Brown and Regis in there, but Buchan clears. Weil and Ritchie jumping together, Batson now back to Godden. Game still looking for rhythm and pattern. Jimmy Greenoff, Queen, Cantello. Ali Brown over the top, turns and puts his hands on his hips as though he thought he might have got a corner, but I think there was much doubt that that was clearing the crossbar by a good foot or two. Nil-nil after a quarter of an hour. Houston for United to Jimmy Greenoff. McElroy. Robertson. Regis. Good break by Regis, and he's all on his own. He's no support. And down he goes. And that, I think the referee has given the goal kick. It looked to me like a dive. No, he's given the free kick. There it is again. Well, he was helped on his way a bit by McQueen. Just a little nudge with the thigh there, and on reflection, probably Mr. Owen was right. Four-man wall for Bailey's right-hand post. Still not entirely happy that they're in the right place. They've got a fifth man now. Robson. And Batson coming in. Beautifully worked free kick, which took United absolutely by surprise. Bailey there, completely left uncovered as Batson came in onto Robson's cross, and Bailey pleased that the header went wide. We had quite a lot of snow swirling around in the air just before the game began, and it's beginning to fall once more now. Thomas. Houston. Which McElroy is going out to take. McQueen on the line, so too is Ritchie, and it's not easy for Godden there as McElroy prepares to swing it in. And that's a goal all the way. Brian Greenoff's second goal of the season, the 21st minute of the game, and Manchester United take the lead. And what a goal it was too. Robson. Robertson. Stole them back to him. Could have done without it, I think. McElroy, and pressure by United wins them possession. Jimmy Greenoff. Ricochet might work for Thomas. Looking for a corner. Oh, he's fiddled away out with the aid of the Greenoff brothers. Stopped in the end by Weil. Weil was fouled by McElroy, or by McCreary rather. Statham. Cunningham calling for the ball to feet up the line. Inside instead to Ali Brown. Out to Cunningham. The booing of the black players. Paid off there, or repaid by Tony Brown. Tony Brown turning up in the penalty area and putting it away with real economy. Cunningham being booed there but unperturbed, playing the ball in, and Brown turning it first time into the corner, 1-1. McElroy. Snow falling quite hard. Ritchie for Manchester United. Cunningham. Cunningham again. Past Koppel. Past McCreary. Regis wanting one chipped in. No, it's played in low for him. Back heel for Cantello. What a magnificent goal. What a great goal. This is Cunningham. He'd beaten two men by then. He now slips it in low for Regis. Lovely little back heel. Cantello all on his own, and what a shot! Well, the game has suddenly exploded with three very good goals indeed. Houston to take the free kick. Over it comes towards McQueen. So it's now 2-2. And McQueen is injured. Houston's free kick, and McQueen given an awful lot of space here. Nobody had picked him up. And no chance for the defenders. Houston. Ritchie. Houston. It's a useful header that Cantello won there. And Albion in a little bit of trouble here. McElroy. Good change of feet. And a great goal! What a good goal again! That was beautifully done by Sammy McElroy. Albion trying to football their way out of trouble, eventually lost possession. McElroy changes from left foot to right, and in goes another fine goal. So it's now 3-2, and what a seesaw we're on here. McElroy, Thomas. Greenoff. Buchan. Once again, United with 10 forward. McElroy. Jimmy Greenoff delaying. Buchan has got forward to the edge of the box. And Jimmy Greenoff then gives it straight away. Cantello to Batson. Tony Brown popping up on the right touchline, and a good break here by Robson. 3-3, no, a great save by Bailey. Beautifully engineered break. Tony Brown and Robson quick through the middle, but a good save by the young goalkeeper. Looked all over 3-3, that did. And two midfield men for Albion leading the break. Brown's corner now, caught by Bailey. Robson. Statham. Cantello's header on. And Tony Brown has scored. The last blow of the first half, surely, struck by Tony Brown. Seemingly fairly innocent ball played in high. It's a good back header here by Cantello, and they come bursting through the ranks there. Tony Brown gets the touch, and Bailey can't keep it out. So off they go at half-time with the scores level 3-3. Tony Godden beaten 3 times for only the second occasion this season. 3-3 between Manchester United and West Bromwich Albion.
No other form of energy touches our lives in quite the same way as electricity. No other form of energy brings us so much enjoyment or takes greater care to ensure a constant and safe supply across the nation. No other form of energy can bring such huge resources into operation at the touch of a button. Electricity. Energy for life.
To flow wherever metal moves against metal. To to clean, lubricate and protect today's petrol, diesel and turbocharged engines demands an oil of superlative quality. Protect your engine with Esso Superlube, the striped protector. Quality at work.
Don't miss the Texas 7-day Bank Holiday Bonanza. See your newspaper for great half-price offers. Come to Texas Home Care, open over the Bank Holiday weekend.
Take a look at this razor. It's probably the best designed razor around today. Its shape is totally unique. It's well balanced and it grips nicely. It feels like it'll give you a really smooth shave. Do I use it? You must be joking.
The profile razor, swivel or fixed head. From Wilkinson Sword.
There's a new lager around that's so light, anything else seems just heavy. It's called Miller Lite, a new Pilsner with a cleaner taste, because more of the sugar's been turned to alcohol and goes down so smooth, anything else seems just heavy.
The taste is keen, it's Miller Lite, it goes down clean, it's Miller Lite, it's hot baby, it's Miller Lite, it ain't heavy, it's Miller Lite.
Welcome back to Old Trafford, where the ground has buzzed throughout half-time as the crowd have revelled in the 6 goals that we've seen so far. I wonder have we more in store as United now set off in this second half to attack the goal to our left. The attendance this afternoon, bearing in mind that it's a bitterly cold day and there's a bus strike, is still 45,091. Cunningham. Away from him by Thomas. Albion throw. Batson. Cantello again doing very well. And he's got the corner, and I think that Thomas has got a graze down the side of his thigh. And Albion wanting to take the corner quickly, which they've done. Batson to cross. And a good jump and a header off the line. Robertson's header. And the clearance off the line by Brian Greenough. Magnificent jump by Robertson. And what a good clearance off the line by Brian Greenough. Play there by both sides. Good attack, good defence, and the excitement bubbles still. The Queen's header away. Robson turning it out to Tony Brown. Bailey coming for a good punch, but it's going back in, but this time, in fact, it hasn't even gone out of play. It's come through to Cunningham. Huckins header down to Thomas. Batson. Offside given. Tony Brown anyway, turning it wildly wide. Queen for Ritchie. Ritchie's done well. Turning past Wild, and a good shot, well saved by Godden. What a magnificent save. Ritchie turned very cleverly away from Wild. The centre-half's challenge didn't take, and a fierce shot turned over by Godden. Turned in again by Brian Greenough. Away, pressure, the attacks continue. wants to shoot, and again Godden beats it down. Houston here coming away from two Albion players and has a clear view of goal, and let's go with the left foot. Godden beats it down, it had almost ran away off his ankle. Cunningham, good sprint, good control, now he's heading for goal. Just stopped, and Regis lets the shot go, and what a save by Bailey! Regis could scarcely believe it. Great run by Cunningham, and then when he lays it off, or in fact it's blocked by McCreary, Regis lets fly, and look at that for goalkeeping. Houston, Thomas, Ritchie, Brian Greenough, quarter of an hour left. Jimmy Greenough on the ball for Koppel. Jimmy Greenough again. Thomas's header, and a good save now by Godden. Thomas close there to getting his first goal for Manchester United. The Greenough cross, lovely little diving header, and a good save on the bounce from Godden. That's a neat little header from Regis for Cunningham, and if he keeps his head, he'll score. That's another goal worthy of this game. Cunningham put through by Regis. Houston's tackle was too late, and Cunningham's shot leaves Bailey stranded. So it's 4-3, and once again the balance tilts. Regis, Robson, Regis again. Oh, and Bailey has thwarted him again. Just watch this left foot. Robson plays it in, comes back here to Regis. He was perfectly balanced and he hammered it, and Bailey got across again. Koppel. Cunningham letting the ball beat Houston, and he's away again to show that pace and grace and control. Just a nicely weighted little pass for Ali Brown, who's turned inside Brian Greenough. On for Regis. Oh, what a goal! Oh, what a magnificent goal! Ali Brown, and then Regis with the deadly finish. And isn't he entitled to smile? And there is a goalkeeper who has shown us some heroics this afternoon, and yet has been beaten 11 times in 8 days. Thomas. Wild, Ali Brown and Houston together, and ball. That's the final whistle at the end of a really superb game of football, full of goals and full of great goals.
That match lives on in a lot of people's memory. Brian.
Brilliant match.
How important is it to entertain the public? Is it about winning, or is it about winning with style?
It's
or
both.
what?
Obviously, you've got to win because you keep people happy when you win, and when you win regularly enough, you win trophies, and you win what you're supposed to be doing. But it's also, if you can couple it with entertaining also, then that is utopia. I always remember going to Old Trafford once, and we won 4-0. And Viv Anderson was rampant, and Archie Gemmell and Kevin Hector, and the Old Trafford people, who are not renowned for being generous, because they are absolutely biased to Manchester United, they actually got up and applauded, and we won 4-0. So Ron did the game a good service going to Old Trafford and winning 5. But obviously, you have to couple it with winning leagues.
And what about today? I mean, do you think we see as good a games today like that?
It's a different game, and it's a change game, and perhaps we don't see as good a games as that type of thing. But coaches have intensified the defensive angle, obviously. You have to be able to defend, but it's far easier to defend than to attack. And possibly a fraction of the flair's gone out of the game. I work with my own son, who is not very big, he's not very quick, but he has a little bit of ability to deal with a football. But he continually gets knocked down. And this is what happens to all people who have a fraction of talent to play a ball in English football, because the spice of life in English football is this physical approach.
Thank you, Brian. Some interesting points there, and a really interesting match for you again next week. A magnificent game, in fact, from the Potteries between Stoke and Luton from 1982, when the goals and the incidents just flowed and flowed. Don't miss it. Same time next week. Till then, goodbye.
How do you put wheels in motion when you're stuck on the grid?
You're going to have to change that gear ratio.
How do you keep in touch when your company is taking off?
Our flight time, 5 days, 15 hours, and 35 minutes, hopefully.
How do you get a starring role when your Rolls Royce isn't rolling?
Is that figure in pounds or dollars, darling?
Cellnet. For businesses going places.
Sorry, I don't do commercials.
Do It All are doing Do It All growing bags for only 99 pence. £4 off Kentucky hardwood exterior doors and £10 off the Barley Garden furniture set. And that's not all you get from Do It All.
Everywhere there's a helpful Do It All idea.
Because you can't see where your oil gets to, you need to be sure it's clinging, cooling, bathing, protecting every single part of your engine. Make sure. Fit the one moving part that sees to all the others. Castrol GTX, liquid engineering.
Pages of fabulous entertainment with all your ITV favourites. Look in, the magazine that's got the lot every week.
Tonight at 7:15 on Central, don't miss Jimmy Tarbuck when he hosts the exciting new Tarby's Frame Game. Each week, 4 couples compete in a game of word association in the hope of winning big money and fabulous prizes. Don't miss Tarby's Frame Game tonight at 7:15 on Central. The first word in entertainment.
The mistress of the castle, the laird of the glen, and a perfect once-in-a-lifetime love. Or is it?
I said we'd meet again.
There's an ancient ghostly curse on their love. They know they risk their lives, their happiness, but who can resist? When you fall in love, you fall into the hands of fate and lay your dreams there. A Sunday love story at 7:45 on Central.